Howdy. Howdy, folks. How are you? Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Everybody's AC is broken. Holy shit, sorry, excuse me. I don't know if that came across, but I just had an insanely cavernous burp. Even with my trying to contain it with this headset on, I felt like I was in the cave. 85 inside. Woof. Woof. That's unlivable. If it's hot and humid, that's even worse. Super humid. Good lord. I am sorry. That sucks for sure. I've lived in worse, but damn. Yeah. What it gets me thinking about is just laying in a bed, sweating, wishing I was asleep, flipping the pillow over and over, hoping there's a cold side I haven't found. This should all be sounding pretty familiar. I think one of the times, one of the worst times I ever had in Arizona was when the AC went out in our apartment complex. And it's unlivable in Arizona. That's death. Because I remember it got over 90 for sure. Might have got over 100. Just had to go elsewhere, basically. Nice bugs. Wasn't spring break behind us, or are you talking like next year? Oh, okay. Well, cool. That's planning the fuck ahead. Folks, I got news. We're locked in. Yep. agreement signed. Deposit paid. So it's on, folks. It's a little scary to be honest, but it's happening. Moving streams, I don't know. It's gonna be complicated. Um, because tomorrow is my last day off from my PTO. Our move-in date is not for roughly a month and a half. How far of a drive is it? It's somewhere between an hour and a half and 2 hours. Basement wife, basement wife, basement wife. Oh no, bugs. uh, yeah, not too bad for moving. I just don't know. I just don't know what's going to happen in terms of like how we're going to fit this all together. Um, both financially and physically, because there's a lot to be done. There's a lot of packing to do. I don't know what all is going to fit where. I don't know if we're going to maybe need to get some furniture. So there's a lot to figure out. Yeah, we can move in stages. And I think for my stuff, that's probably going to be a lot of the case. But then that means like at some point, there's a day where I will switch over from like working in the one place to working in the other. And I think we want to be living in the same place at the same time. So, like, that's going to be when? Is that going to be? I mean, obviously, it's going to be after we get the internet going, and presumably after we have the bed moved or a bed purchased. I think we're going to take the opportunity um, to improve our bed situation because I haven't been sleeping great in the bed that we have. Yeah, it's no rush. That's the thing that's nice about it all is that it's not a rush. But there are certain points, is basically all I'm driving at. There's certain points where it's like um, we have to have XYZ done, or we have to have XYZ paid, or we both are now living there as opposed to here. So it's complicated in that way. And then it's a little scary having a big monthly bill. Not that that's a surprise or something, but it is, we're kind of in a tumultuous economy. I feel secure in my job currently, but uh, who knows? um, and it's definitely an expensive enough rent that it's like, if I lose my job or whatever, we're cooked. Fortunately, we have the fallback of the place that's we don't have to pay rent at, but I mean that would not be ideal. So we did a 2-year lease. It's a whole thing. But yeah, I'll figure out some way, somehow, of sharing the experience along the way. I don't know if it'll be like explicitly moving streams per se or what. But we'll figure it out as we go. I definitely would like you guys to see the place because it's wild. Yeah, packing streams maybe yeah. I guess I have to give my weekends over to doing that now, basically from here forward. But yeah, it's very exciting. It's very
That was an
exciting.
unpleasant release.
Terranix, thank you for 72 months. Very much appreciated. Exciting and terrifying. Hell yeah, Bugs. We are moving in solidarity. We're going through the same stuff. We went and did do some furniture shopping. We have some stuff picked out. So, nothing purchased, but just planned on what we may pick up for our new place. We will be taking some furniture with, but we honestly don't actually have a ton of furniture at the place that we are currently in. It's partly taking advantage of the opportunity, but also meeting the. I would say it's meeting the new and different needs of the place that we're moving into. It's very different than where we currently live, and we don't have furniture for certain things. And I'm not sure that we're going to bring all of the furniture that we do have. We're definitely bringing some of the furniture we have, but perhaps not all. But yeah, that's the big update. Shall we Kentucky? Route 0? It's been a few days, and unfortunately, I'm not totally sure. What we're up to. I don't know. I think it's open ended at the moment. Hello, Dave. The truck's engine sputters and dies as Conway guides it carefully off the road next to a fallen tree. Act 3, Scene 2. A tree. All right. Wow, what a cool shot this is. An amazing scene. Nothing to be done? Can you take a look at it? I guess I could poke around in there, but I don't know a damn thing about engines. Wait, is this why you always leave your truck running? First time it's just died like this. Well, where's the champagne? Anyway, do you know this area? Anyone around here that could give us a hand? Looks like a road crew's been out here. Hey, we should call someone. Do you know a good towing company? I love these degrading options. I can't read the name or the number on this flyer, but it looks like a picture of a tow truck. Worth a shot. I'll give them a call. I hope I can get a signal out here. Shannon speaks into the large brick cell phone held up to her ear. Hi, hello. We've got an old, I want to say diesel old truck just stalled out. You're a towing company, right? Your flyer has a picture of a tow truck on it. Open 23 hours a day? We have a car. I mean, it's a truck. We're broken down by the side of the road. That's why I'm calling. No, it's okay. We just need to get to an auto shop and get this taken care of. Well, I'm uh, very sorry to interrupt that, but we already ate. As soon as you can get out here, we're off 65 somewhere. Just pulled up by this tree that fell over. Okay, well, I don't know any of those people, but that does sound like the right area. You've been over here before? I guess it doesn't matter. Well, thanks again. We'll see you soon then. How long do you think you'll be? Hello? Are you bored? Are you? Yeah, most of the time. Let's play a game. What would you like to play? Um, we can tell the future with this little tree branch. It's pretty easy. We just break off all the little sticks on each section and count through the different things that could happen. Okay, what should we ask? It should be about you. I can't do both the counting out and the questions. How will I travel in the future? Ezra snaps the smaller branches away, one at a time, counting out possibilities. Motorbike, motorboat, horseback, hearse, old truck, new truck, new truck. These other branches are too bare. Don't worry about it too much. It's just a bunch of sticks. How long do you think we'll be waiting here? I don't mind. I have a lot to think about. I guess I always do. I'm a thinker, all right. Mm, I think that's different from a dowsing branch, if that's what you're saying, Bugs. I think they're on their way. Guess we have some time to kill. Pretty grim place to be stuck. I wonder what happened. To the tree, I mean. Maybe it was just old. You know what used to happen to old trees out in the forest? Wildfire would come through and clear them all out. It made room for the new trees. Then people built houses, and we can't have fires going all the time. So we keep putting them out. Now we have all these old trees choking out the saplings. Starving the young trees for resources, just clinging on to life until snap. Then some road crew comes by and blasts the stump with dynamite. I think I'll take a look at that radio of yours. Maybe I can get it going again. No point just standing around. That thing's been broken for years. So, we'll get to find out what station you had it tuned to when it went out. A snapshot of a younger man's tastes. Do you remember what it was? Unfortunately, me. Talk radio, I guess. Well, I'm sure we'll find something to listen to on the road. Okay. All right. Is this the right way? I don't recognize these trees. Oh, it's Junebug. It's Johnny and Junebug. What's to recognize? Just a bunch of trees. Just the trees are so quiet, right? Usually you'd hear birds, wind, a squirrel or something. Doesn't seem so quiet right now. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I'm a little bored. I'll work on some chord progressions in my head for a while or something. Haha. Is the bike kind of dragging a bit tonight? We've stripped our gear down pretty bare already. Yeah, beats hauling a couple of guitars and amps around. I look good with a guitar. It's true. I guess you think I look good standing there with an amplifier under each arm, grinding my gears smooth. Just my type. Hey, yeah. Didn't you play on this record? Go-Go was on it. Yeah, Go-Go. Go-Go. That guy is out of control. We should do a set with him. He's a creep. I just imagine they're both yelling because this is just an insanely loud motorcycle. Yeah, that creep can play, though. What time is it? It's late. Harry's gonna flip out. Relax, Cricket. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I'm being uptight. Just play the keyboard. I'll figure out the rest. I know. Oh, wow. This is so awesome. I love this. You know, we're already late. So we better keep moving. I just mean, what's another few minutes? Fine. Just for a few minutes, though. You're the best. And hey, maybe if you're not busy, they can fill some seats at the gig. You know, if no one's there, Harry will try to bilk us on our fee. I love this. It's great. Was that him? Going pretty fast, whoever they were. I bet they're getting chased by something. Maybe they didn't see us.
Thank you for the dicks.
Next time, we should yell, thank you for the dicks. Dino, thank you for 104 months. Stay here. Careful. He's wicked with strangers. Ha, you. Who's chasing you? Hear that, Cricket? We're being pursued. I knew it. Who's after us? That's a good question. These folks seem to have a certain handle on the situation. So, dinosaurs. Sure, something like that. Listen, we've got two questions for you folks. What kind of people do you take us for? I mean, how do we strike you? You seem nice enough. What do you think, Cricket? Our generosity is unmistakable, ma'am. It radiates. It does radiate. Now, here's another question for you. Do you like music? Do you like music? Oh, I'm gonna sneeze, folks. Gonna try to mute it. I don't think I'll be successful. I managed to do it. Lysette used to sing in taverns on the weekend. Beautiful stuff. Of course you do. Say, they should come to our gig. What an idea. We're just trying to get back on the zero. The zero? Is that a fact? The zero? Hush, Cricket. You folks are in luck. I happen to know just where you're going. I'm happy to lead you there. We've been down there many a time riding this baby. Oh man, I like the first one and the last one a lot. I'm gonna go with the vicious cycle. The vicious cycle. That's what we call our bike. We call it the vicious cycle. Pretty tough, huh? Only it's just. See, we have a regular booking tonight, and well, we're running late. Very late. That's what I told them. Now, the old man who runs this venue, Henry Esperanza, is a notorious withholder. And if we don't get a few bodies in the crowd, well, he'll go all penny pinching on us. Just a short set. We only have one song prepared. It's an hour long. You'll come to the gig, won't you? Of course we will. of, of course they will. Can you believe we almost didn't stop? Hungry, old lady? I think I've got a crust in the sidecar here. After all, it's so late. Well, it's all said and done. We stopped. That's all that matters. Our gig's at an old tavern called the Lower Depths. It's over there by old Charlie Moran Highway, just east off 65. We usually take a right off the interstate around the petting zoo. Johnny likes the petting zoo. I do like the petting zoo. Now, let's see about that truck of yours. I feel certain we can get it running. Did we get it running? What the? Okay. Tuh. Now, where was that petting zoo? Oh, tuh. They're taking a whole different path. The petting zoo is closed. Ah. But now the tow truck's going to show up to nobody. Act 3, Scene 3, The Lower Depths. Incredible. Feels a little like home, huh? It's not all bad memories. Gentler times, in a twisted kind of way. There's more to do here. The Lower Depths. Kind of late. Are you sure they're open? Sure, they're open. This is one of those places. This is one of those places, sorry. Let's head on in. We are not saints, but we've kept our appointment. How many people can boast as much? That's lovely, ma'am. Who said it? A poet. Ma'am, I hate to say it, but the cupboard is bare.
Fuck, shit, goddamn, this slaps.
Dizo, thank you for 88 months. Very much appreciated. Have some vision, Cricket. We got 1, 2, 4 patrons. Harry doesn't count. Well, we've done more with less. Man, I need Kleenex or something. And I don't have any where I am. Give me a moment, folks. I'm going to be right back. Folks, I have located a box of Kleenex. Let's get back to it. What kind of music do you play? It's like Serrano Cole meets Ike Towner, but with a woman lead, and the keyboards are kind of ambient whisper wave. A little bit more reverb. There's some Dolly Crown in there too, like the early stuff before she joined the Sheet Swingers. Better drum programming though. Whisper wave. Got it. I think he gets it, ma'am. Oh, he gets it. I love how we have our evil leg. A rough brick between two pieces of stale bread sits in the center of the table, surrounded by a ring of undisturbed dust. A bulky set of black goggles sit on the edge of the table, next to an ashtray, a newspaper, and a few empty glasses. Huh. What is it? I guess. I don't know. Can I tell you a horrible secret? I never wear eye protection in the shop. It's dangerous, I know. But I'm always looking back and forth from my oscilloscope to whatever I'm working on, and the scope has this peculiar kind of hard bordered glow that well, I never found a pair of goggles or glasses that doesn't smear out that glow. At best, the lens softens everything, so you can't quite find the edges. Hold on. We are still at the Airbnb. We'll be going back home tomorrow. Ezra flips eagerly through the jukebox's catalog of songs. What do you think? I don't know how to play this game. All I'm pouring tonight is Hard Times whiskey. Got any coffee going? No coffee. Hard Times whiskey. Yelling towards exit. Say, shut the goddamn door, would you? I can't afford to run the AC all night. Or maybe he says GD. Shut the GD door, would you? Why did they make robot sounds? I thought I noticed some kind of weird noise. Sorry, Harry. Oh, it's you two. Where have you been? Never mind. Listen, I can't keep this place open through the small hours of the night just waiting for musicians. Where is everyone? Everybody had to clear out. Let's get set up, huh? There's nobody here to listen to it. I can't pay for... We brought some people, Harry. A crowd is forming. Yeah, but also I. Don't you trust me, Harry? Well, sure, I trust you, Junebug. But I. How's it looking out there? How are y'all feeling tonight? Can we get a bit more reverb in the monitors? Harry adjusts a soundboard behind the bar. How's that? Test, test. 1 1 1 3 50. Lamentation, lamentation. Sounds good. How's everybody doing? Anybody had a real bad night? How about you, old man? Yeah, real bad. We'll try not to make it too much worse. This is a song I heard in a tavern many years ago at an open mic night. Me and Johnny were out just riding around, you know. You like to drive around, old man? That's my job. Of course you do. So we were out riding around and we passed this gaudy old tavern. I mean, it was a real dive. Busted up facade, weeds in the parking lot, taps all dry, bats in the bar room, and run by this creaky bag of bones. Looked like the only thing keeping him awake was the fear of death. So glad to be back here at the lower depths. Hey now. So we stopped for an early drink, and there was a lady singing right here on stage. And the song she sang, well, it stuck with us. Now it's a regular part of our repertoire. Never got that lady's name, but she seemed like a sweet gal, and she had a voice like Scotch whiskey. We just hope to do her song justice. So here it is. Too Late to Love You. When you left me, I never should have met you. I wish we'd met before. Oh, I get to pick, actually. I'm realizing now. I just read them off. Didn't realize this was interactive. I wish we'd met before. Oh. is incredible. This is amazing. Ooh, amazing. I love that. The backup vocals. Oh no, it's over. So awesome. I loved that. That was incredible. I had never expected they'd have like a make your own song. Well, hope you liked it. Kind of sad, isn't it? Kind of. Listen, we appreciate you folks sticking around for the show. There's nothing more wretched than playing sad songs to an empty room. Your favorite FBI dragnet. Thank you for 6 months. Very much appreciated. We've just got to get our fee from Harry. Then we'll get you headed to the Zero. I don't know why they make robot noises, but I like it. Well, Harry, I think that went pretty well. I'd say the crowd was into it. Reverential. Wrapped. I guess the usual fee is about right, and we'll let you get back to your business. Well, that's just the... Damn it, I was trying to tell you two, I can't pay. They cleaned me out. I've got nothing left but a GD IOU from the distillery. An IOU? Yeah, I traded them for some whiskey, and I guess I had some surplus credits, so I got this note to get some more from them later on. Must have been one hell of a trade. I had to. Gotta keep this place open somehow, goddammit. Watch your language, Harry. Could you pay them with your IOU? Well, very contemporary. Very astute. How about it, Harry? Let's push some paper around. Well, it's just... I can collect on it here when they bring more whiskey up. But for you to cash in, you'd have to go down to, you know... Down to the distillery. Down to hard times. And, you know, you've got to take the Zero. So that's what we'll do. How do we get there? You said you knew how to get there. No, I don't believe that's exactly what I said. It is exactly what you said. Are you folks sure you want to head down there? I've never been myself, but I hear... people hear things. Rumors. Do you know another way to Dogwood Drive? Dogwood? Got a letter, did you? I've got a stack of them. Well, okay. Sounds like the Zero is your only course now. Harry, you're all right. If only. You got a radio in your car? Yep. Well, here's what you've got to do. Take a left out of the parking lot. Then just fiddle around on your dial until you hear something familiar. I mean, familiar but strange. You know the feeling? Like, I used to go hunt with my uncle out in the mountains, and now I watch these nature programs. They're filmed in the mountains, and there's the deer, and I know all the plants and every kind of tree, but something just doesn't look right. And it's even stranger for being so close to familiar. Something like that. You'll know it when you hear it. Fix that strange but familiar station on your dial, drive for a bit, and then turn around when the station cuts out. I mean, right then. Hope you folks find what you're looking for. Eventually. Always a pleasure, Harry. Is it? I loved all that dialogue. That was lovely dialogue. Pardon me. So turn left. And then This station doesn't quite match that bartender's description. Definitely weird, though. Let's keep scanning. He said we'd know it when we heard it. Is this the station? I haven't been corrected. I guess I will see. I think I'm stupid. That wasn't right. What's this station? I never heard this before. Sounds like horses? Horses running? A race? Lysette and Ira had some horses years back. Yeah? I've always been a little afraid of them. They're so big and I don't know. You look in their eyes and they're almost human. Like they're human and animal at the same time. Since they've been domesticated so long, I guess. Well, that bit's familiar but strange for me. Harry said we just drive until it cuts out. Oh, wow. Yep, turn it around. Damn. The artistry in this game is crazy. The horses. Hall of the Mountain King. Act 3, Scene 4. Hall of the Mountain King. What do you suppose happened here? old and rotted, maybe? I can't tell how old any of this stuff is down here. I really love how we're becoming a big army of people. It's lovely. It's great. Or never mind. Time to cut them loose, ma'am? Well, now I'm having fun. Ha! Okay. Slow night anyway. The bridge ends abruptly, crumbling in disrepair. It's okay, there's a boardwalk. Look at that. A loop of decayed rope is coiled on the banister. Some rotted sections have smoothed over with a fine dust. Okay. Computers. Broken computer monitors are heaped precariously among the rocks. A pet carrier for a cat or a small dog has been left by the path. A calcified rag wadded in the corner may once have been a blanket. A hiking backpack leans against a rock. It's empty except for a dusty bag of cat food and a few punch cards. This was an incredible ascent. A pile of discarded electronics burns steadily in the center of the chamber. Oh, it's triangles within triangles down here. Shifting, intersecting, overlaying. Isn't it romantic? Let's see. You're here to steal back the love of a boy you once knew, when you were too young to recognize the movements of the heart. And you're escorting her, pretending to have her interests at heart, while really, you're in love with the young woman as well. And so you've agreed to help him conspire to win her affections, but it's just a ploy to set him up for embarrassment and diminish him out of the picture. I'm into it. Well, maybe I still have the knack. I used to be really good at this. I had 11 novels published, from The Billionaire's Bidding to Fields of Longing. Real hot, bodice-ripping stuff, you know? I miss those days in my Lexington studio apartment, just me and my thesaurus, steaming up something I accidentally clicked and advanced it and I couldn't read the last word. Why did you stop writing? You know, suddenly it was all computers everywhere you went. I thought I might be able to do something with that, inject a little libido into those ugly beige boxes. Ha! So I went back to the university and I studied human-computer interaction. And then I picked up Donald's research assistantship here as a tester, debugging. In my off hours, I played around with the doomed love story at the core of our little simulation. That seemed to amuse Donald, so I kept at it. I'm afraid I tinkered too much, made it too complex. Now our work is never done. We don't even have to add any new functionality. The bugs just grow on their own. Too complex. I miss those days in my Lexington studio apartment. Is this the origin story of Archive of Our Own? A woman in a tattered cardigan looks furtively at the other people around the fire. Hold on a moment. I thought I got a message, but I didn't. I didn't get a message. Donald puffs on a smoldering pipe while half mumbling, half singing an old country tune. Where the old green river runs through hills and caves not known to us, down at Thunder Sea. Oh, who are you? What's that song? Oh, you've caught a verse of my absent-minded warbling. It's just a song from my youth. Something a dear friend used to sing to herself as we hacked on crystal radios in the boiler room. In old Kentucky, where my love a lovely home did build for me, and where the old green river runs through hills and caves not known to us, down to that sunless sea. From there on, it's all meandering rivers and romantic greenery, and that is... What were we talking about? What's that computer over there? Looks pretty vintage. It looks like a harmless old computer, doesn't it? Like some beat-up mainframe exhumed from a university basement and left in this cave to rot. Or to flower. No, it's no ordinary computer. I have modified it extensively, and in some pretty experimental ways, believe you me. And that's to say nothing of the software, but you look like a technically minded sort of person. Tell me, do you know the effects of mold growth on diffused base transistor circuitry? Probably doesn't matter. I'm going to say that the mold would burn up. Exactly. It burns. And oh, the sweet smoke that issues from it. But it also leaves a sticky residue to seep through the machine, forming new connections and creating new circuits. The computer is no longer the pure domain of language or mathematics, but entropy. Interesting. Thwarted and feeble, we hammer on this derelict keyboard. My name is Reason, King of Kings. But we are mere tourists in the ruins. Our keystrokes echo off into the tunnels. Boundless and bare, the caves stretch far away. We are too late, always too late. I'm just interested in the mold computer. The mold computer. Oh, Xanadu, you've heard about it. Perhaps you've read about it in a journal. It's been years since I published anything. Xanadu has evolved significantly since I explained its data structures in my article, Literary Multitudes, Hypertextual Narrative as Post-Structural Witness. Evolved and then deteriorated. I'm afraid you are too late, fellow hypertext enthusiast. As the mold accumulated on the circuitry, Xanadu blossomed for a moment into something holy and enchanted. Then all the charm was broken. Do you have any idea what it's like to spend your life building something and then sit powerlessly as your work declines into ruin? Oh man. Oh goodness. Uh, this hits hard. My family disappeared. Julian and me don't know what to do. So, wandering without the ones who give us purpose, like a ghost. Well, I have my own ghosts, and I keep them in there, in Xanadu. It's running on that glorious dusty machine. Take a look if you'd like. It's too late to do any. Fuck, I accidentally clicked again. I hate that. I hate when I accidentally click. God dick damn it. Who fuck's Andrew? Do you know that when I first... No, I mean, if this cave were larger, could it... Now I'm getting ahead of myself. I've got it. How would you characterize this space? The one we're standing in right now. Kind of spooky, but I'm not scared. Spooky for a baby. I think we'd all agree that's a fair assessment. How could... Wait, let's unpack that for a moment. What makes it spooky? No. How do you know it's spooky? Or would be spooky for a baby? The shadows. Sure, that's... But they're not just shadows, right? I mean, they could be... They're projections, or maybe they're anatomies. How's that? Can you tell where we are now? Surrounded by creeping anatomies? Close your eyes. Will you close your eyes? Only if you close yours. Okay, okay. I can do it from memory. Good. Now, you are standing at the top of a rocky peak. A tongue of flame licks the shadowy anatomies of... Where are we? Ah, here again. How disappointing. What are all these computers for? Computers? Oh, now I remember. I was writing on them. I described a cave. That was my job. Describe the cave. There's a great history of caves in the literature. Don't you know? The walls are frozen rivers of orange stone. Isn't that vivid? I had a lot to live up to. I was a grad student studying statistics when I started working with Donald on this project. He said we needed someone with a more analytical mind to do the descriptive writing. Someone who would appreciate the cave descriptions as real labor instead of taking their authorial voice for granted. Donald warned me that it would be long hours of typing painstakingly detailed descriptions into the computer, and I've put in the hours, believe me. I've put in the hours. I've described every facet of this cave in such detail that sometimes I don't know if I'm reading or looking, writing or exploring. Often, in the dark and lonely moments, I worry that in my sleep I've transcribed rooms from my dreams into the system. How would we know? They could only be entered with precise, faithful detail. And that's all I know how to write. And all I dream about is caves. I only dream of caves. A man wearing large glasses inspects the ceiling. gate. A massive gate, constructed out of scavenged materials, blocks passage down the far side of the spire. Roberta. The kingdom is in peril. Well, what else is new? Do you work here? Work? You could call it that. I gather old circuit boards and throw them in the fire. Sometimes I fish out precious metals and let them cool into toxic gems. I put them in my hair. Enchanted jewelry, talismans, a magic mirror that prevents the future, a magic shield that protects the bearer from age, a magic chest that's always filled with... I never went to the university. I was an independent scholar. It means I took to the public libraries like a beachcomber. I studied fairy tales. And when I came back to work for Donald, and then I came to work for Donald. I paid the bills, rubbed tethering elbows with academics. Sorry, leathering. I can't read. I don't understand what's wrong with me. I just can't read, folks. Rubbed leathering elbows with academics. Scraped black mold from cave walls. Finally, now I carry the firewood into senescence. The kingdom is in peril. A woman in a long worn shirt stares at the fire, lost in thought. Oh. Baffling control panels are sheltered from the elements with a worn tarp. A closet-sized wall of knobs and wires looms behind the machine, humming faintly. An electric typewriter is the only easily recognizable component. How do you think we get it started? This old thing? Maybe there's a hand crank around. Oh, it has a run key. Oh shit. Act 3, Scene 5. Xanadu. I can almost read that. Xanadu. You are perhaps standing at the edge of a... And then after that it kind of all falls apart. Ha! This thing is in rough shape. Try blowing on it. Conway blows some dust off the keyboard and presses the return key. Nope. Okay, that's worse. I accidentally clicked. It kind of looks like a house. Type house. Conway typing house. Nope, don't know. This is amazing. Lula. Did that say Lula? Conway typing Lula. If we're getting so much cards, house, damn, I can't tell what she's saying. Oh, I have my portable degausser with me. Old systems like this one can build up a remnant magnetic field that sort of warps everything along whatever pattern it's settled into, you know. The degausser clears that up by suddenly shaking the magnetic field around until it's uniform again. That's how I like to think of it anyway, like shaking a snow globe. Haha, worth a shot. Well, okay. This is where you set up your something. Premature end of file. Press any key to quit. This is a lost cause. What a piece of junk. Act 3. Scene 6. Hall of the Mountain King. Bizarre. And what was that about Lula? Maybe Donald knows how to clear it up a bit? Baffling control panels are sheltered, blah, 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 blah. I read this. Back to Donald. Going around the full thing. So, you've seen it for yourself. What's left of it? Is that the end? The chalky bones of a beautiful dream. But you can see what it once was, can't you? Can't you? There was so much more to it. Ornate labyrinths of memory. exhaustively simulated parallel cave ecosystems, real artificial intelligence built on sophisticated neural network algorithms. The birds in the forest could flock in 3 dimensions. The bats could learn to sing. And then it began to crumble when the strangers came. At first we only heard them, walking heavily through the caves, dragging things around, hammering and clattering their tools. Sometimes we heard working songs, never close enough to make out real voices, just their echoes cascading wordlessly in the tunnels. Then we got a glimpse of one. What were they working on? I shouldn't be telling you about this. They're dangerous. They're strange. I never should have tried to outwit them. They were always too much for me, but it's too late now. If I'd listened to Lula, Lula? Lula Chamberlain? Yes, of course. Oh, do you know her? We're looking for her now. No, she's gone now. We left. We built this together. Did you know? Lula, Joseph, and I. Lula is gone from here, but Donald points across the cave with his pipe. Still in there. In Xanadu. I don't know where Lula is now, or how to get there from here, or how to unwind that damned tangled highway, but Xanadu, before its ruin, was faultless as an oracle. A shrine to perfect simulation. A shrine to perfect simulation. There. Sorry, can't read once again. Until... But maybe. Those weird interlopers destroyed my Xanadu. Perhaps they know how to fix it. It may be dangerous. I've sent many eager seconds to negotiate with them, to repair my masterpiece. Back there, that tunnel. Push back the vines. Crawl out into the darkness. Watch your step. After a while, you'll feel the terrain change beneath your hands and knees, from rock to crystal, and then to mud. Then you'll be out. That's where the strangers come from. Now leave me alone. I still have a bit of mold in my pipe, and a few dreams left. Fascinating. Act 3, Scene Version 2. Where the strangers come from. Friends, I'm probably going to try to wrap it up here. Oh, good, they come from a graveyard. Unfortunately, I do not have very good furniture here for my body. And it's not doing nice things to me. So it would be good, I think, to break it off here. But every installment of this has been fascinating. Oops. I don't know what I just went right back into it, didn't I? I sure did. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, good. Thank you. Good to know that. Yeah, it's a fascinating work. It's playing an art installation. I think that's something that maybe doesn't maybe resonate with everybody, but sometimes things just exist. Stories are told as sort of like a not a linear thing like a book that you're reading, but like a space that you're crawling around inside of. Um, and that's what this feels like to me. It feels like it's sort of like an installation. And I'm exploring it like you would explore a cave, kind of. Nothing to do with the fact that we were just in a cave, but in general, just sort of choosing paths, seeing what's revealed, exploring, feeling whatever I feel when I make discoveries. That's the way that a game like this, I believe, is essentially digested. There's things like this IRL as well, you know. Places like where it's just an entire thing set up for you to essentially experience. It doesn't really have any sort of guidance or steps or hand holding or anything. It's just, it is what it is, and you have your experience, and it's whatever you take away from it. So that's what this is, in my view. But at any rate, that's going to do it for tonight. Tomorrow, presumably, we'll be back at our current home. So until then, thank you very much for watching and hanging out. As always, I appreciate you guys. And I will see you next stream.